Hey YouTubers, it's eveRide and I'm going off-road in the middle of February 2012. It's a balmy 25 degrees outside, but it's sunny, so I'm on the bike. It's a beautiful day to be out. My hands are freezing, my legs are freezing, my boots aren't waterproof, so my feet are freezing. And as I'm kind of going on this, oh crap, that's rocky. Alright, as I'm going on this little solo, I'm thinking about the dangers that I face as I ride around. Being alone, if I crash, even a tiny thing, hurt my foot, I won't be able to ride home. In places like this, there's no cell phone. Oh, that's so freaking slippery. But anyway, there's no cell phone reception or anything like that. So I wonder, why do I ride? And that's oh crap. Oh, this is rocky. And this is a lot steeper than it looks on camera, I'm sure. Alright, anyway, a lot of vloggers have said, kind of told why they ride, and now it's my turn, if I don't get shot first. Anyway, I've decided this is going to be the first of this video that I'm going to post. And so, the music on this video, I'm going to post up in the upper left. You click that link, it opens a window, and you play the music. And a lot of the times, you hate the music that people put to their videos. So, if that's the case, play your own music. It's just going to be my voiceover and no music. But if you want music, click on the... Oh, that's beautiful. Click on the thing that I put in the upper left. All right.
Why do I ride a motorcycle? Motorcyclists have tried to justify the reasons for their hobby since Gottlieb Daimler strapped a motor on two wheels. It has been on my mind since I bought my first motorcycle, a 1992 Suzuki VS800. Why ride? The question was forever scarred into my brain when I was almost killed a few years ago by a drunk driver. I couldn't quite justify the question, why do I ride, when I contemplated being a smear on the side of that guy's Bronco. I vowed never to ride again and sold the cruiser within a month of the near miss. The question became, why not ride? And the answer was, to live. A few years after that close call, Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman went around the world on Beamers and filmed the whole thing. I was hooked again. Before I could buy my Barbie pink, purple, and teal 1994 Kawasaki KLR 650, though, I had to make a list of pros and cons for my wife. Let me tell you, the list of cons was huge. First and foremost, it's unsafe. Stupidly, ridiculously, almost suicidal levels of unsafe. In fact, it's so unsafe that every time you talk to a cop, a doctor, a coroner, or an ER nurse, or a firefighter, or an EMT, or anybody else who's ever been on the scene of an auto accident, you'll hear horror stories that will make you want to garage the thing indefinitely. Then, to mitigate the safety issue, you put on gear. Expensive, hot, sweaty gear that eternally smells like gasoline, exhaust, pollen, road tar, sweat, and dirt. Gear that, when you get off your bike to pick up a few groceries, leaves you asking, where do I put all this crap? Gear that makes you look like Evel Knievel and feel like the kid on Christmas Story. Gear that is supposed to keep your flesh from turning into a hamburger on a slide, but on an impact wreck, it's more likely to keep your mush neatly bagged up for the coroner. Then there are the other cons, such as the compulsion to spend every dollar on your bike, even if all the farkles you put on it are pure crap and the bike itself is less than stunning. You also have to know the biker wave, and wave at every other biker, even if you're trying to brake and downshift to avoid hitting the 18-wheeler in front of you. Speaking of 18-wheelers, when you ride a motorcycle, you instantly ignite the unquenchable rage of truck drivers. But it's not just truckers who try to kill you. It's almost as if once you pull out of the drive, every commuter's objective is to instantly bring you mortal harm. There's no safety net, airbags, seat belts, doors, or an engine in front of you. There's also rain, and snow, and wind, and riding at night, and tar melting heat, and rubber cracking cold. Then there's the maintenance. unending, knuckle-cracking, grease-soaked maintenance. Because if you take it to a shop, you're going to get robbed and you're putting your life in the hands of a guy named Skeeter. Then there's the helmet. It's like putting an oven on your head. It's also a sail. That on a long ride sounds like a jet engine and feels like it's filled with molten lead. But you've got to wear it, otherwise, if you bail in even the tiniest of bails, you're dead. Did I mention that motorcycling is unsafe? The pros are not so numerous. There's the gas mileage. On a dual sport motorcycle, you do have the ability to go off-road, which is cool. You can squeeze into tight places. Places that you may not want to get squeezed into in the first place. You can split lanes, but that's not such a good idea. You do get to lean into turns, which is nice. The rest of the pros, you could narrow down to a handful of cliché quotes from biker forums. Only a biker knows why a dog sticks his head out of a car window. God didn't create metal so that man could make paper clips. Ask any motorcyclist, and they'll tell you that it's just something that you have to get. Recently, somebody had the audacity to tell me that I was suicidal for riding a motorcycle. Trust me, I've been suicidal before, but the last thing I want to do when I get on my bike is to stop living. It was after that suicide comment. That's when I understood why I ride. Because I love life. It's paradoxical, really, to love life and do something that could kill me so quickly. Yes, motorcycling is unsafe. Stupid unsafe. But living life in constant fear of danger is like blending up your perfect cut of prime rib so you don't choke. And then I thought, maybe it's time to start living all of my life for the same reasons I ride a motorcycle. To feel. To smell. To taste. To hear. And to see, to really see every moment. To think further down the road, not just to see what's coming, but to take in the view, to see the better routes. The routes with less rain and more twists, or in my case, a little more dirt. To move past obstacles and negativity, fight through difficult weather, and just live more in the moment, even when you are in the thick of it. To know when to throttle on, to know when to stop, to have the wisdom to turn back when things aren't fun, but the guts to keep going when you know it can only get better. To get out of your air-conditioned box, your front and side airbag norm, your comfort zone with a 5-star safety rating. To do something unique, something you love. To try a new route on a new road in a new way. To go a little faster, to brake a little later. To smile a little wider and lean a little deeper. To focus on what actually matters. And that doesn't mean taking unnecessary risks or doing stupid things for the thrill of today, but making things happen within rationality that gives us a reason to remember what we did today, tomorrow. It's not to be dangerous, but to be conscious. It's time to get your butt off the couch and your thumbs off the buttons. It's time to start living with your toes inches from the pavement, your right hand on the throttle and your left on the clutch, with your eyes 3 cars ahead and your cheeks clenched to the saddle. And most importantly, with a huge smile across your face. So at that point, when I almost got smeared by that drunk, after a bit of adversity, my question was, why don't I ride? And the answer was, to live. Now, my answer to, why do I ride, is to live a little more. So maybe it's time to stop asking, why do I ride, and start asking, why do I live? And perhaps it's time to start spending the majority of our lives as if we were riding a motorcycle.